Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Go ahead, start it off, Ben.
Hi.
All right.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. That's all Ben's going to say for the whole episode. Hi.
Hi.
I have a bone to pick with YouTube, as we get into this. Nothing like a good
You crying
fight to
'cause you're
start
not
off the
invited?
podcast. Well,
No.
honestly, I've gotten over that. It's okay. But, we've been doing this podcast for almost a year, right? Almost a year. We're getting there, right?
Yep.
And I take a lot of shit from YouTube for never watching shows on time to discuss on this podcast. And I asked today, have we watched Secret Invasion this week? When y'all watched it the day it came out last week.
You asked like 20 minutes ago. No,
But
like an hour ago.
Doesn't mean you still should have watched it prior. I forced it in last night for you guys.
Why would you do that?
Why would you force anything in?
Because y'all yell at me all the damn time for being behind on shows.
So you're the only one yelling right now?
Because I just got to get it off my chest. That's what you guys do all the time. You talk your shit.
The only reason that I talk shit is because with you, it's something that you will talk about watching all the way up until it comes out, and then you just don't. And then you're like, yeah, I got to get to that. Yeah, I got to get to that.
Like
Have you
what?
seen
Yeah, I
Andor
got to
yet?
get to that.
Like what?
Have you seen Andor yet?
I have. I watched half of it.
No. The entire thing.
No, I haven't finished. Honestly,
Are you caught up on The Witcher?
I don't watch The Witcher.
That's not his thing.
Okay.
I watched the
Are
first
you
season. I couldn't get
Caught
into
up on Lord of the Rings?
First season wasn't good though.
Y'all literally told me not to watch Lord of the Rings.
So that's 3 shows right off
Not
the bat
me.
that you still haven't seen. So
The fact that 60%
No.
of viewers who
I didn't
started
tell you
watching
not
Lord
to
of the
watch
Rings,
it.
the fact that 60% of viewers who started the Lord of the Rings TV show didn't even finish it tells me everything I need to know. I'm not going to waste
tells
my
me
time.
that they're a bunch of cowards.
Y'all were talking shit about it.
Well, yeah, because
I
I
liked
finished
it.
and I can say things because I've seen the whole thing.
I liked it. There was just little things I was nitpicking.
Mm.
But I mean, overall, it was fun. I got more J.R.R. Tolkien content. Come on.
Was it Tolkien though?
I mean, it was Tolkien based.
Have you seen all of the Halo series?
I don't care for Halo.
Good, because that's
Plus,
trash.
that's what I say. I heard that was trash.
Yeah, I won't watch that out of principle. I saw that one screenshot of Master Chief unmasked
Yeah.
with like raging on someone, and I'm like, that's not Master Chief. I'm not watching that.
Come on, dude, you get to see Master Chief's booty.
Oh, I heard
That's
that. You
the-
see
oh
naked-
my God,
I heard,
really?
I heard you
Oh,
see
come
naked,
on.
naked Master Chief. That's funny. Oh, of course, I'm talking about Secret Invasion, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. I was wanting to discuss this newest episode because I just had some critiques that I feel like we could have talked about pretty well, but we'll save that one for out of the chat, obviously.
What? That it looks like a
Okay.
kind of like subpar show.
No,
It was
I'm
kinda-
having issues with Nick Fury and Samuel L. Jackson, actually, which I never thought I would say. But
Really?
yeah.
Here
We'll
you go
talk.
again, judging an entire show based on the first 2 episodes. Probably not even going to finish this one either, are you?
Were you talking to yourself?
Classic me.
No, it's just nitpicking. I'm gonna keep watching it though. It's anything espionage I'm all about, of course. As the one who watches, Mission Impossible, James Bond, and all that shit here. But I am, however, and I know Andrew, you're not into it. Ben, this is you and I's thing. The Bear is my
Oh, it's
all-time favorite
fantastic.
show. My all-time favorite show right now. I just we're not done with season 2 yet, but we just watched the episode yesterday with the Christmas party back in time, a few years back.
Why has it taken you so long to finish the series?
Because I like to enjoy stuff over time.
Because he watches
So do I.
YouTube.
So do
No.
I, and I consume the entire thing.
I thought you didn't have any time to do that. They came out
No,
Friday,
I had a day off, and I watched the whole thing.
but he couldn't. Okay, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Couldn't do what? Watch Nick Fury bore me to death? No. I didn't have time for that one this week.
Wait, I thought you hyped the show.
Yeah, I
up for
thought
me
you
last
liked
week.
the hell out of the last episode.
Y'all made me go watch it after record last week.
I was playing into Taylor's whole criticism. Come on, keep up.
It's hard.
I don't know.
Keep,
Sometimes I don't know
what
what Ben's true opinion is on something.
It's hard to keep up when you change your
Keep
opinion or joke around so much.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. We're done with shows. How was Hangout Sesh yesterday? Burial. Andrew, how'd you do at your art show?
It was good. It was funny because Erin went with me and she actually stood behind the booth more than I did. I was just socializing the whole time.
It reminds me of our time at Warped Tour when we had a booth there. She did all the work.
Yeah,
We just hung out, watched bands all day.
Yeah. Not bad though. I made over $300. I don't have an exact count yet.
Not
Oh,
bad.
dude, way to flaunt your money in front of everybody. What the
Jesus
hell,
Christ,
dude?
Andrew. God,
Listen, I scrounged and worked hard to get an inventory, and now it's almost all gone. I'm proud of how
Sounds to
much
me
I
like
made.
you didn't work at all. You had your wife do all the dirty work while you just motored.
damn.
Listen, the
And
markets
you
aren't that much
no
work.
Awards?
The markets aren't that much work.
Uh.
It's behind the scenes where the work gets done.
So how
Last
much
night was a hangout because I haven't left the house in like a week and a half. So yeah, but no, it was good. For 3 hours of just BSing and hanging out.
Did you get drunk?
No.
No.
But I should I should say, which is really ironic because last episode is when I was going off about bread water.
Jesus
Shout out to our boy Alex because he like disappeared. He's like, I gotta go get a drink, and he came back out. And he's like, "Hey, you're not allergic to anything, are you?" I'm like, "No." And he's like, "Here you go." And he gives me this little shot glass with some of the stout in there. He's like, "Try it." And I tried it, and on the first try, he picked something out that I liked, which I never would have thought it'd be a stout because just cuts. I don't know. I don't have any reasoning.
Why, Andrew? You know beer now. That
Well,
is
they're usually dark and like I don't know, sharper tasting. I don't know, but 'twas good. 'Twas good.
Well, I'm proud of
So-
you there. I do miss those cheeseburgers at Burial. We'll say that they're pretty damn fire. I'm surprised you'd eat like 20 of them.
They do got some good burgers. Yeah, I didn't get any food last night. That's
Did
surprising.
Ben buy anything from you?
No.
No,
Wow.
Emily did.
Ben. Yes. Oh, I had a handful of zines on the table from a couple of years ago that I was like, I should probably get rid of these. I was like, hey, Ben, you're in this a lot. Do you have one? Do you want one? And I just handed it to him. And then Emily wanted something, and she ended up buying the zine as well. So technically, they did buy something. So
I'll
That's
give
cool.
him that. I'll give him that.
yeah.
Happy y'all finally hung out and stuff, even though you live 15 minutes apart.
Like 45.
Yeah, 40
sorry.
minutes.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. How much?
That's a long trip when you're an adult, man. If it's longer than 10 minutes, you got to make it worth it.
Yeah. I drive for a living though, so it doesn't really. Yeah, I feel you there.
I don't mind the drive. I think this is kind of also coming from the guy who has.
Who never leaves his house?
Yeah.
Well, when he does, all he has to do is walk and get to work. Like,
Oh no, I was talking about you as someone who never leaves
Oh,
their
me?
house.
Oh,
A 45-minute
well,
drive
yeah.
to go hang out? Let's do it.
no, that's a good point.
How much did you have to spend to get into this thing?
Nothing.
Oh, it was free. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
this one was free.
So you turned a profit. Not
Yeah.
bad. Good job, you. Do you have enough supplies for the online store you were talking about?
No.
Oh.
I mean, I have a couple things up on there, but I haven't kept up with that, honestly. I need to go on and delete half of the inventory that's
The
up there.
people want the stuff, mostly me. I'd like to buy some things, so if you could do that, that'd be great. I guess
Oh, the
I'll
online
post
store is up. It works.
it. Oh, I just never seen you advertise it.
Oh, yeah. I've fallen behind on the socials. I'm so over social media. I'm not.
Speaking of online store, do we even have one still?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
it's in our link tree, but we don't push it.
No, because we had issues and
Yeah,
we're working on growth right now. So we got to get people to come follow us that want to buy us. So everyone out there, share this, please.
Yes, please buy me.
What?
What?
Come again?
Just please buy me.
Come again for Big Fudge?
Taylor, you said we were growing and we're wanting people to come buy us. And I went, yes, come buy me.
Oh.
Come on,
That's
dude.
it.
Sharp wit. That's what I'm here for.
I'm so spaced out right now after today. I did not even pick up on that.
Yeah, I drove for like 9 hours, so I feel like I did a trip to Georgia back in the day because all day long. But anyways, I sent that photo to you guys in the chat today about that guy. Or anyway, I delivered a guy today to McDonald's for a job interview. Let's just start over. And homeboy was going for a job interview wearing basketball shorts, a t-shirt, and a bandana. And I didn't tell you guys, but the funniest part is he was so confident. He's like, I could have put pants on and stuff like that, but I'm gonna nail this job. I'm gonna nail this job. I worked at McDonald's before and stuff. I was like, either you know how McDonald's works and it's that bad, and they're that desperate
scoop
that you could just walk. But when he told me, I thought he was just going to McDonald's to chill, to eat, or whatever. He was like, "No, I got a job interview." I'm like, I don't ever seen anyone go to a job interview in shorts unless you're being a surf instructor or some shit like that. Have you guys?
I feel like it would be. I feel like it would have been funnier if he was going there just to eat. He gets in the car and like, yeah, I could have put on pants, but I mean, and he's just like popping the strap on his gym shorts, like I gotta make room.
We got there and he was like, "All right, man, wish me luck. I got the interview." And that's when it like dawned on me. I was like, "Wait, he really was for real about going to a job interview and shit." The whole time I was kind of just like giggling and like laughing and stuff as he was talking about it. But he was also laughing too, so I couldn't take him for real. But yeah, that dude was really going for that, and I just all day long I kept thinking about like, did he get the job? I wish I could message people on the Uber app sometimes. Have you guys ever gone into an interview severely underclothed before? Because I have. Because I wasn't expecting an interview one day.
You weren't expecting an interview?
I wasn't expecting an interview one day.
And so you went in unexpected.
I went into a restaurant. This is right out of culinary school. I went into a restaurant. I was eating with friends and stuff like that. And one of my friends knew the chef in the back. And this was an Irish bar in Jensen Beach. It's long gone since then. And he came out and I was like, yeah, I just came from Orlando. I'm looking for a job. So we were just chatting, not even like really talking. He's like, oh, hey, come to the back real quick. Let's chat and stuff like that. I was like, oh shit, okay. Dude, I was back there in basketball shorts, also flip-flops and a muscle shirt and everything. We just came from the beach and I was looking rough.
That's not going to an interview, though.
But I interviewed. We actually went to his office and sat down and talked.
Willingly going in looking like trash.
But I just said
try to get a job.
I wasn't expecting one. I did say that. Context clues, Ben.
Yeah,
why are you so grumpy today?
But the question was, did you ever go into an interview? Like, I'm not going into an interview knowingly being underdressed. If you're getting like pulled over for a quick chat, being like, "Hey, man, I think you'd be a good fit. Sorry to bother your hangs, but I want to have a conversation with you."
Well,
that means you're not underdressed because they don't give a hoot what you look like. They like your skills and they like your personality. All right,
but when you're 19 years old, out of culinary school, and you're trying to find a job that you weren't expecting, you're sitting there and realize you're in an interview. You realize you look the worst thing possible, and you hope. 19-year-old Ben and Taylor and Andrew were very dumb people back then. So,
Which tells me that they did not care what you looked like. Yeah, I'm just going to say, man.
True.
Well, I did get the job, so.
What your character mattered. Well, I mean, that's for other reasons.
I'm guessing they were understanding because it wasn't a scheduled interview. Like, all right, this guy's not actually a bum. I just caught him off guard.
Whatever.
I never have. I feel like I feel like I've overdressed for interviews before, specifically like at least for my standards. You remember in Palm City back in the day there was that big call center that everyone was working at?
Nope.
I remember the one in St. Lucie West.
Okay, this is a different one. But me and Shane went down to interview there once, and they wanted everyone to show up in dress pants, dress shirt, and a tie for a call center.
No,
Jesus
and Christ.
I listened, and I go in and I interview, and the dude who is interviewing me is wearing a t-shirt and a baseball cap. I'm like, yeah.
Set the example.
Yeah. But no, I don't think I've ever underdressed for an interview before.
Did you get the job?
No, they wanted me to interview. I interviewed twice. They wanted me to come in a third time. I'm like, I'm not interviewing 3 and 4 times for a call center job. I'm sorry.
Yeah, right.
No, and it was in Palm City. I had to take the turnpike there and everything. I think we both know that Ben, from his reaction, has never underdressed for an
Nope.
interview.
Never underdressed. Nope.
I haven't had a proper interview since 2017. It seems like don't really need to do it, I
Yeah.
guess, for Uber, right? When's the last time you had a sit down interview before?
2 months ago.
Oh, really?
Portland.
So you
Portland
too
was mine. Yeah.
2017 was your job there in Portland?
Yeah.
You're the one
and,
you had?
and actually, I didn't even technically interview for the job that I got. I interviewed at the temp agency there.
Oh
And
my
then-
god, I forgot about the temp agencies we went through.
Yeah. So I just walked in and had a job. Oh, Kevin's back.
Oh, Jesus Christ, here we go.
Christ.
But
Aw,
because when I
please.
moved to Asheville, I walked in and they're like, "Hey, have you done this before?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Cool, start this day." And then my current job, it was all over the phone and stuff. So
Oh yeah,
yeah, it's
never
weird to
met
think
people.
about. I haven't had an interview in forever.
Yeah, mine was the Portland job also. Have y'all ever had like a confident job interview, just like you don't get it? Like you thought you came out nailing it and never hear back, or you call back and it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I had a
That's about 80% of my interviews.
Oh really?
Yeah.
You feel that confident after every interview?
Oh no, I know. Like, interviews are easy. It's you look presentable. You know,
Interviews
you don't
are
have to
easy.
overdress. Yeah, you just have to have a conversation with the person, show your skills. You know, describe yourself in a position that would benefit the job and how you could overcome certain problems.
I feel like you
You know,
hate
like-
talking about yourself though.
I do, but again, I'm doing it for money, so then yes, I'm going to try to have a decent representation of myself. But yeah, no, it's interviews. I would say in like the pseudo corporate world, that was like GameStop and like call centers and like random shit that we did growing up. Yeah, those are kind of meh. But in your older life, it's just like just go have a conversation. If they don't want you, they don't want you, and you're just like cool.
I don't think I've ever. I mean, I've interviewed and not gotten it before, but I've never walked out of an interview like, hell yeah, I got it in the bag, dude. And then I just don't get anything back. For me, it was when I was first trying to get a job before I got an actual job that wasn't working for someone in the family. Me and Shane were back in college, were applying everywhere. And friggin' I applied to the same Blockbuster like 3 times. The one
Fort
on
Pierce one?
Bayshore. No, the one in Bayshore
one, that's
and
right.
and
I miss
PSL
that
Boulevard.
Blockbuster.
And I interviewed there like 3 times under 3 emails, and someone replied and was like, "Please stop." Like, I wasn't getting jobs anywhere. I was applying so many places. Nobody gave a crap. They're like, "Oh, it's just some dumb teenager."
Dude, them days of like back when we were in high school was like the worst days to apply for fucking jobs, man. Because you would
Oh yeah.
they would want a resume sometimes, and you bring a resume in and it's asking the same questions on the paper. This is before really like places had like online job fill outs and stuff like that. I do not miss that shit at all. Because I'm kind of ashamed, but I'm kind of not. I bounced jobs like crazy back in the day. From like
I mean, there's no shame in that.
No, you don't think?
No, nowadays it's so hard to keep a job for longer than a year, anyways, as it is. Especially like, and we're not even corporate people. Like corporate world stuff. Like
The turnover's like crazy there.
Yeah, I don't think there's any. There is no such job as like working at one spot for 20 years anymore.
No, for sure. There's no more. A lot of those guys worked because of the pensions and everything. There's no such.
Well,
thing
and
as
even
pension
like
anymore.
but say there's no job security at all in that matter. But yeah, I don't think.
Which is funny
Hopping around
because
is a bad thing.
I'm one of those people, personality wise, where once I start a job, I don't quit unless it's for situations that are outside of my control.
Well, yeah, that's the difference, Like if I look at a resume, like when I was hiring people at my last job, like I could easily tell if somebody was meeting their threshold or hitting their ceiling at a job and then moving on to the next one, or if it was just like every month or every couple months was a new job in the same position, and it was like random jobs, not just all in the same. You could tell if someone is a bartender, like they're working at different bars, and that's just the life. You bounce around, and then you go from like oh, I've worked at a Krispy Kreme, and then I worked at a dog grooming center. I'm like, okay, so what do you like? I'm just looking at. I'm like, what do you want to do? Like,
What's
I
your
don't
deal,
know. Are
dude?
you just doing? Are you just here for like a paycheck, or do you actually want to pursue this, path?
Yeah.
So it's all contextual, but
That's always the dumbest question in interviews. Like, what are you looking for in this job? It's like money.
it's
What?
It's not the dumbest question because
I feel-
you can, especially on what you're looking for in a job, like
Yeah.
as the hirer, you can tell a lot from an individual by that answer.
I do feel like, though, as we've gotten older, that question does become more real, though, because we are trying to find those careers.
Yeah.
But like I said, the last time I had a real interview, I had that question asked for me was 2017. What was I, 26? Something like that? 27? Something? I can't do math.
Yeah, when you're a kid and you're asked that question, it's like, I
like
want
to-
money.
I like to do hood rat things. What the fuck? I got a band.
Yeah. I'm trying to get a car.
I need to afford the movies, man.
I remember one of my big selling points when I was applying for that Blockbuster was like, I love movies. And it was like this funny thing where when you're a kid and you're applying for all these random jobs, you're just like trying to appeal to whatever that store or restaurant or whatever it is. And you're just like, I love this one specific thing that you guys do.
Yeah, right.
And they're just like, yeah, okay, that'll do it.
That's the funniest thing about working at GameStop. Because everyone that would come in to work was like,
I love games.
I love video games and playing video games and toys and stuff. I'm like, okay, cool, sell me on one. Like it has nothing to like having an interest in games is great, but one of my best like employees didn't play video games. They were just like kind of semi-nerdy. It was like, no, you could just talk to people and sell them on she would know enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get you with the whole.
I feel like
work at somewhere that you feel comfortable.
I feel like if you're going into GameStop, you kind of know what you want pretty much. There's like really no, what am I selling here? What am I upselling here? I guess. I mean, I could be wrong and stuff, but
no, I mean that's the whole reason GameStop is going under.
Thank you,
well, back in the
bros, keeping
day,
alive.
like 2010, I think was the last one. Like when Halo Reach came out, it was the last time I remember them doing some actual good stuff. But they would do the physical swag that came with the pre-orders and a whole midnight release, and it was an event.
Oh
and,
my god! Yes.
And that's kind of what you were pushing was like, hey,
the upsell.
Pre-orders, and then upselling on like, hey, I saw you like this game, Skyrim. Have you tried out Fallout? Obviously they would, but then you just kind of branch them out and try to sell the pre-owned stuff. And I think it was also, I don't know what their markups are anymore, but when I was there, it was all mostly get your pre-orders, get subscriptions, because then you get the percentage off of the store. Not a lot of it wasn't really. I mean, I think once a week I'd have like a mom come in and go, yeah, so my kid wants something like PS4 or a PS4 or an Xbox. Like, what should I get them? And I was like, cool, I can help you.
Why
for
not
sure.
both?
Well, I mean, it all depends. Do you want back in the day? It was like, do you want connectivity or do you want single player experiences?
Yeah.
Nowadays it's boot.
Man, you just said something that brought a memory back. Some of the best memories I had at that back in 2010s, all those years, midnight releases. I
was having this conversation with my brother
much.
actually recently because he's young enough that he never experienced that. Now everything you can buy everything digitally now and stuff, and it like there's no real brick and mortar game stores anymore unless you just go to like Walmart or something. You go to a GameStop, they have like 5 games on the walls and a bunch of empty boxes.
Yep.
So, but back before everything, you had the option of digital. Man, those releases, it was my God. I remember when they released Halo 3. I didn't go to it because I wasn't into it yet. I was like, I saw it and I was like, oh, I want to play that. But they would put huge posters up, connecting posters on the entire fronts of Best Buy.
Yeah.
To where the entire front is just a huge scene of Master Chief. They had a life-size warthog being drove through the parking lot. Like they went crazy for big titles like that.
The gift giveaways and everything, prizes and stuff. Oh man,
I remember going to the one with you that one time.
You and Saborda went that one time.
Yeah, it was for one of the Call of Duties. It was like
I think it was Blackout or Black Ops, not Blackout.
Probably. And that was huge. There's so many people there.
I did like 5 CODs in a row. I think I did Assassin's Creed with you one time, Andrew, for you.
Dude, that was pitiful. That was pitiful.
There was like no one there. I remember that one for that.
And the people that were there were cosplaying and not good.
Yeah.
And there was someone in full assassin's garb, but it looked like it was made out of tissue paper. And I heard them talking to the cashier and like, yeah, my favorite assassin is Ezio. And he's got like the lisp and stuff, and like it's just a bunch of like theater kids in there. I'm like, oh, this is my favorite game series, and these are not my people. But
Ben, did you have to work a midnight release?
I worked them all the time.
How was it? How was it from the inside point of view?
Hi, Mike. I don't know which Mike it is, but hi, Mike.
All right.
It was actually a lot of fun, depending on what it was.
These were a big part of our young adulthood, so good memories.
The last one I remember working was the Mortal Kombat.
Oh, it's Mike Rolled.
11? No, 10. Mortal Kombat 10. We had a tournament in the store, and if you beat or if you won, you got
that's right,
like some discount out for whatever. But yeah, that was the last one I remember working.
They should have set up a ring. Like, you want a free copy? Knock this guy out.
UFC sponsored it.
Yeah, they're fun.
I forgot they would set up LAN parties and stuff like that, like in the parking lot and shit. Oh,
no,
man.
we did it in the store. Screw the parking lot.
Well,
not trashy.
Was that with your Best Buy or GameStop days?
Both.
How did you fit that many people in your store? Because every time I went to a Call of Duty event, there would be 300 people in the parking lot.
By the time I was old
Screw the fire marshal.
They were already dying out. Like there wasn't like there's maybe 30 people that would come on a midnight release, maybe a little bit more.
Gotcha.
I can't remember the game that came out, but there was one that we had like a line. It was just like cool, up, and nobody hung around.
Some things I wish we could just keep alive in history, even though I know it's probably a lot easier. I don't buy physical copies anymore. It's all about digital and stuff, but that's the one thing I miss. That and midnight movies too. Andrew,
dude. When movies started switching to 6 p.m. on a Thursday, I'm like, that's not.
I have no desire. It's just something about that midnight. It's like, yeah, I'm one of the first people to see this movies and shit like that. Just obviously, we know why they kind of went away because of the Aurora shooting and stuff like that. But yeah, those were good times.
I don't think that's the reason they went away. I think people just didn't want to work that shit.
They died.
I attribute this. I can see that. I attribute this to the whole Black Friday thing. It's like, or not Black Friday. Yeah, Black Friday. Yeah. To where it was before you had Thanksgiving and you woke up really early the next morning to go out shopping. And then that time slowly crept further and further up through the night before.
Next thing you're in line
and
at 3
now
p.m.
it's
Thanksgiving.
Thursday night.
Yeah.
And it's like the same thing with the movies. It used to be, midnight, we're dropping this. And now it's like, we can get a few more ticket sales. If we could do a few more showings in that night, if we just push it back to 7, if we push it back to 6.
Now Black Friday's all week long. It's not even.
Cyber Monday.
There's no reason to even go out anymore.
Cyber Monday's even bigger now too, and stuff. Everyone goes for that. Yeah, the ticket prices too. I've noticed some pages. I follow a bunch of pages on Twitter that just talk movies, budgets, how much they made, and stuff like that. They're always posting Thursday night ticket sales for this movie, blah blah blah. And it's crazy that's a stat being kept now and stuff. And they're, the best movies always get like 15, 20 million in the U.S. alone and stuff on those nights. And it's just, I don't know. And honestly, like, I know I just said I follow his page and stuff, but it's just to keep track. They also post movie news and stuff. I'm low-key getting tired of just hearing about how much movies are bringing in and, like, the ratings and stuff. I feel like it ruins the movies for me a lot more. Like, I used to go watch some random-ass shit and enjoy it. And now I just don't find myself, going to the movies much anymore because it's so expensive. It's like $40 every time I go.
Are you saying kind of because people talk less, these accounts and stuff, they talk less about the movie itself and more about how much of a breadwinner it is for the studios?
It's not that. It's just like people only care about the movie if it's making money. So it's kind of like you know what I'm saying? Like, this movie didn't make any money. We're not going to go see it because no one wants to go see it. Well, then it's just
on a mass scale, your average person is like, they have to hear a ton about it, I feel like, nowadays in order to be interested in going out and seeing it.
I'm just thinking of the most random movies that we used to go watch back in the day, because it was a typical Friday, Saturday night, me, you, and Aaron at the movie theaters, Andrew, and just like there was like a bike movie in New York with the dude that played Fake Robin in Dark Knight Rises.
What was that called?
I don't know.
He's the bike
just
messenger, and he's
just the most random shit. We saw Battleship Midnight Release.
Oh, what a terrible movie! Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Oh man, with the stolen Michael Bay sound effects and everything. I saw Midnight Release of Thor with it Ben and stuff because we had.
Kevin is asking why Instagram says to insult Ben.
I don't know.
Oh, I didn't put that up there.
I didn't post that. I think Ben posted that. So, he wants some action coming his way.
Yeah. Ben likes being insulted. By certain people, maybe.
He looks in the mirror. You. But yeah, this times change, I guess. It is what it is. Change the topic. Let's move on, guys.
Says old internet men.
Old internet men. Some old whites on the internet.
Yeah.
Action movies, guys. We're fans, right? I think we talk about them enough on here.
That's a great change of topic.
I think we're friends of action movies, right? I came across probably the worst.
He wants some action. Was that intentional? He wants some action. Action movies, guys.
That wasn't intentional. No.
Well, no, we just went from talking about movies to movies, and it's just like, okay.
Oh, I guess that is true. And honestly, in my head,
I am just keeping track. All right, action movies. Wow, what are those?
It's almost like you should produce the show.
I should. Give me stop talking.
I say action movie. What's like give me some movies that pop in your head. What's some of your favorites?
Last Action Hero, Kindergarten Cop, Terminator 2.
Those are the action movies that pop in your head. Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah.
There's like one bullet shot in that movie.
It's still an action movie.
Is it? I thought it was a comedy.
There's action in it, so it's an action movie.
I will give you Last Action Hero. That's a fun one. IGN, they posted their top 25 action movies of all time, and the top 10 has to be one of the worst top 10s I've ever seen in my life.
Oh boy.
And I wanted to discuss it with you guys. Some 10 through 20, couple notables. At 16, Lord of the Rings, Two Towers. I feel like that's a little low.
16?
Yeah.
16.
That's where this list is going.
Okay, also, you've got my angered interest.
That's why I'm bringing this up. Thank you.
Also, I wouldn't have even, to be fair though, I wouldn't have even thought to put Lord of the Rings in a list of action movies.
The Two Towers, guys, the whole last hours.
The Two Towers, Two Towers is a...
I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of action, but when I picture action movies, I guess you have the typical image in my head of like Die Hard.
Yeah.
Die Hard, Bourne Identity, like stuff like that. Yeah, Kevin says Jason Bourne. Yep, see, same wavelength.
Jason Bourne's not even on here. 19 Independence Day. I guess
that's fine.
Star Wars Episode 5: The Empire Strikes Back at number 14. I don't really look at Star Wars as action movies.
See, same. Yeah, they got lots of action in them, but they're not really action movies.
Mm-hmm. Here we go. Speed at number 12. I have a hard time thinking Speed as an action movie because they're just driving a bus the whole movie.
That's the whole thing. The whole movie is aggressive action. From beginning to end.
Drives bus aggressively.
Here's an underrated banger at 11 before we get into the top 10. Tell me if y'all have seen this one. The Rock with Nicolas Cage?
Oh, yeah.
No one talks about that movie, and I think that's a
because
banger.
It's not, like, great, but it was good back in the day.
I still enjoy it, and I love the fan conspiracy that, what's his name, is actually James Bond locked in prison.
I prefer Con Air out of that era.
I thought it'd be fun of, but Con Air is a fucking movie I love. I watched that one a lot back in the day. The cast in it alone was just amazing. All right, here we go. Top 10. They have a Mission Impossible at number 10, and it's not even the best one, which is what kills me. I know y'all haven't seen them, but it was the latest one, Fallout, with Henry Cavill and his pumping action arms.
Pumping the arms.
Yeah, pumping to get ready and stuff. I will say, it probably has the most action out of all the Mission Impossibles, but not the best action. So I know y'all have nothing to say there, but also it being top 10 not really for me.
Yeah.
I would,
Rogue-
if any of the Mission Impossibles are going to be in the top 10, I would feel like it'd be the original or the second one,
No, because
just for their iconography.
the first two, especially the first one's more of just like a spy movie in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah. My opinion, the best one out of all of them is the third one. Or
The third one,
Ghost
is the one
Protocol's
that
pretty
I
good
liked.
too. Yeah, the third one's good with Seymour Hoffman as the bad guy and stuff. Or Philip Seymour Hoffman, sorry. But
It's all because of the clean running by Tom Cruise.
every movie, of course. his next one comes out next month. I can't wait to see it. Here we go. Number 9, RoboCop.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
Did you see that one, Andrew? I know you have been.
Long time ago, but yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, dude gets his freaking limbs shot off in a garage. Oh my god!
I can't remember if it was
That's great.
RoboCop 1 or 2 where the acid pours all over the guy's body and he starts melting and stuff.
I don't remember.
You don't remember that one? I don't know about top 10 though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a classic.
It is. This one though, definitely belongs in the top 10 because it's Ultimate Macho Man classic Predator 1987.
Yes.
Yes,
It has-
I think that deserves a top spot.
I kind of feel 8 is a little low for it in my opinion.
Well,
but-
I have to hear all of the options.
okay. Kill Bill
to see if this.
Kill Bill Volume 1, number 7.
Okay.
I never saw Kill Bill, so
I would say. I don't know if that'd be in my top 10, but definitely in the top 20.
Okay. Here we go. This one's near and dear to y'all. The Matrix. Number 6.
I see. I would say Matrix would be probably number 10 for me.
It doesn't.
see. I don't know about placement, but I mean, it's iconic as hell. So
Yeah, I mean it's.
it deserves a spot. I would
Obviously,
say.
the whole ending is just epic with all the gunfights and everything like that. But
Yeah, so Matrix, the first Matrix is fantastic.
I just
that
don't.
it defined so much in pop culture too.
did.
Like
It did.
it was a pioneer.
I just.
Eh.
It's not the most actionist of action movies for me, though.
True. Kevin says Gladiator should be number 1. I'm also a big Gladiator fan.
We will get there when we get there. Okay. Let's see where we were. All right, here's one I haven't seen. I've seen some of the OGs. Mad Max Fury Road, the one that came out recently in 2015, at number 5.
Okay. I like that number. Yep. I
That
would
good
agree.
of a that good of a movie to be that high.
Oh,
Okay.
people were so torn between the new Mad Max, and I thought it's a visual feast. And yeah, Max doesn't talk nearly as much, and they went with more of the Furiosa headline.
Yeah.
So, like, if they would have called it Mad Max, I don't know, like Furiosa, like I would have, like, it's just the marketing, I think, would have changed
Yeah.
it. But the movie itself is,
Okay.
oh, dude, I still quote that crap.
Here's my first it's too low, and it's already at number 4. Aliens, the sequel to Alien, 1979. That is one of the best action movies I've ever seen.
That is a
I'd
great
say
movie.
Aliens is in my top 3 personally, but 4 I understand. I have to
Yeah.
hear the top 3.
The 3, yeah.
Here's one there's one that kind of set me off on the list. Correct me if I'm wrong. I've only seen it once. Number 3, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
No, what the fuck?
Exactly.
Overrated as hell.
Sorry.
Those aren't action. Those are adventure movies. Those aren't action movies.
I mean, again, I would say that would be up there with Star Wars and Lord of the Rings if we're like kind of throwing
should-
that in.
20s or
Yeah,
10 to
definitely in the
20 maybe.
20s, but top 4 or top 3? No.
this right here is why I was like over Aliens. I was like, all right, we need to discuss this right here.
Yeah.
Number 2, I don't know how you're going to feel about it. It is Die Hard.
Like the first Die Hard?
Yeah, the first Die Hard. It is the Macho
Yeah.
Man guy action
It's
movie.
quintessential.
It
I
is
mean, it's
quintessential.
quintessential action movie. I personally think it's super overhyped, but maybe part of that is all the meme culture that has spawned from it.
You've seen it, right?
Yeah.
I have to ask these things because
Yeah, no, I know.
you haven't seen some old
There's
movies.
a lot I haven't seen, so.
Number 1, y'all want to take a guess?
No.
y'all know this movie.
What hasn't been mentioned that's like just as imperative to the genre as Die Hard?
Fast and Furious.
That was at like number.
It's not Fast and Furious.
No,
Fast
I was
and
hoping
Furious.
because
Fast
I
and
hate IGN's reviews and like all of their ranking. Like I don't know who's in charge of it, but it's trash. And I was just like, please tell me this person put Fast and Furious as number 1.
This was a top 25 list. You know, I shortened it down because who really cares about 20s. Fast 5 came in at number 22. Never saw that. Yeah, exactly. No, y'all know this movie. It's iconic as all hell. I will say that. You know, last guys.
I know a lot of.
I have no idea.
Terminator 2, Judgment Day.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good.
I feel like I'm okay with that. The action scenes it has, it's some of the most badass actions. I will say it does kind of fall in lines with those like action drama kind of in a way. Do y'all think?
No, what?
I mean, it does have the sci-fi element,
the sci-fi element stuff. Yeah.
How are you defining action movie? That's the other I mean, it's got lots of action. I feel like the action is right at the front. Like the action is the forefront of the movie, I think.
True.
And the sci-fi is just the backdrop kind of thing. Whereas like Lord of the Rings, the world and the world building and everything is the forefront, and the story and the characters, and the action is like the cherry on top.
I feel you there. What movies do y'all think this top 10 is missing? Something that comes off top of your head. Now we've been talking about it for a while.
Off the top of my head, Aliens, Terminator 2, and what was
Kevin says Maze Runner. Ben's gonna crap his pants.
I saw the comment, and I was just filtering it out.
I personally I wouldn't put it up there with all those classics.
No,
but
that's not
I love the Maze Runner series, though. I do love the Maze Runner series.
I just can't stand all of the knockoff copies of Battle Royale. Like that was the kind of vibe I got from Hunger Games and Maze Runner. It was like they watched Battle Royale and was like, let's make this for kids. I was like, stop.
Do you mean Battle Royale as a concept or as like the video game trend?
As the movie.
It started as a movie trend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a movie back in the 80s.
See, I've never even heard of that.
Yeah.
They were killing children.
Legit. Children were killing themselves.
Well, let's be honest.
Basically, the whole concept of I don't know why I'm going on this tangent.
You said it's the Japanese movie.
Yes.
And it was banned in the U.S. for like a long time or something like that.
Might have been banned for a while.
Because it was kind of graphic and it was kids.
Well, I mean, yeah, like what is it? Once a year, they would take a class of students and transport them to an island, put exploding collars on all of them, grid out the island, and in different grids, if you were there on a certain time, it would pop. And then they let everybody go out one by one and grab a duffel bag on your way out. And I remember vividly, it was like the third kid that goes out, because you run out, go hide, or do whatever. First kid goes up there, gets a crossbow, just chills, and just waits for the next 5 kids to come out of the school. And I'm like, what is this? What is this?
Oof.
But that's like basically the Hunger Games Maze. Like that's where it all kind of came from.
Maze Runner isn't Battle Royale.
It's the whole teen drama, like kids surviving on a dangerous place.
Yeah.
Like, oh, look at all these traps that are appearing that we have to go. Like, it's.
But that's not what it has not. You have not seen it in a long time. That's not what it is. It is dystopian, but that's not at all what it is.
It ain't no battle royale. It's
the first
children being killed.
That is what it is, and then it develops.
No.
And it goes
the first hour, it's a mystery. What the hell is happening? Why are we here? Why are we only boys? What is the point of this? And then by the end, you're like, oh, this is what's going on. We're test subjects. And then blah blah blah. The next 2 movies,
spoiler
or books, if you or whatever, is all them trying to navigate this new world that they didn't know of or that they forgot existed and stuff like that. It's not the same thing. It's teen drama. I get it. It's a trend thing, but it's different.
Better than Divergent, so that's all I gotta say.
Everything's better than Divergent.
Everything in the damn world is better than. Oh my god, I cannot stand Divergent fangirls. Oh my god,
those exist.
Yes,
oh, yeah.
you just tapped a trigger. I did
I'm
not
sure
know existed.
I know the book was huge and everything, but
oh my god.
Back to action movies before we get off topic too far. Did y'all say any of the movies y'all think you expected? I would thought like there was no like war movies in it. I thought Saving Private Ryan would have saw the top 20 at least or something, just for the first 45 minutes alone.
Again,
I know that's contradicting what I've said. A little bit of drama and stuff like that. But comparing them to like Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, you know.
But like the action, see, so that's the other thing is like if we're talking about action movies, like 80s blockbuster, Big Bang, like that's an action.
Rambo,
Predator.
yeah, all that
Rambo.
shit. Yeah,
Like I'm surprised Rambo's not in the top 10.
it's not even in the top 25.
And so like those
Damn.
like 80s, 90s classics, like those are action movies. Like we haven't had many recent action movies, quote unquote. Maybe a couple, but like
John
Fast and
Wick.
Furious, like that's John Wick. John Wick should be in the top 10, honestly.
John Wick chapter 24 chapter 4 came in at 23.
See,
I haven't seen the
that's
new one
too
yet.
high.
I haven't seen the new one yet.
John Wick feels like a more natural modern predecessor to those classic
Yeah.
action movies.
They are. They're just shoot 'em ups.
There's no John Woo on the list, is there?
John Woo.
You know, it's a good military movie that is super
No.
underrated.
What's
Is
that?
Behind Enemy Lines.
It is,
Owen
but
Wilson?
it's. Oh no! Okay, I'm sorry. I was thinking Tears of the Sun. I love Behind
No,
Enemy
that's
Lines.
a good one too.
Behind Enemy
It's
Lines is
good.
great.
It's not. I wouldn't put it with the action. Like whatever. There's action in it, but again, it's not something that I'd be like, oh yeah, that's
It makes
like a
me
classic feel.
it makes me surprised how well Owen Wilson does in that movie every time I watch it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like you just don't expect Owen Wilson to be in a movie like that.
I'm questioning allowing Kevin back into this chat.
It looks like he agrees on Behind Enemy Lines. He says,
No,
Ma-
the Resident
Maze Runner-
Evil comment. The Resident
Yeah.
Evil movies are trash.
They are.
garbage, terrible,
"What about
an
Heat?"
atrocity to the series. Is that the one with Sandra Bullock?
I don't even know what he
I'm
is.
gonna be honest, I don't remember.
No.
Oh, that
that's
movie,
way,
yeah.
way back.
All right.
Yeah, actually, I haven't seen it. Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, haven't seen it.
There is one comic book movie on this list. I'm just going to ask you, what comic book movie would y'all put on this list?
It wouldn't be
Blade.
anything mainstream. Oh, Blade's a great choice.
Blade would be my only
Blade
choice.
should probably be the only choice on this movie or this list. I'm sorry,
It wouldn't be anything mainstream.
but it's not Blade.
Dread?
Dread's another. Yep,
Judge is
Dread's
another
great.
one.
Dread is underrated.
Not
hands
Judge
down.
Dredd, just Dredd.
Just Dread.
Well,
Yeah.
the newer.
Yeah,
The
not,
newer one,
not
yeah.
the Stallone. Even though that's a kind of a classic growing up.
I would say either those or maybe one of the 90s Batman ones just
The
because
90s
of
Batman one? Yeah.
not out of personal taste for me. I hate that stuff personally, but for its iconography and everything.
That's
Yeah,
on the
I don't
list.
know.
Like, what comic book one is on the list?
Yeah, we're trying to guess which one.
Oh, I would say
Well,
Deadpool.
Oh, Deadpool could probably be a good
That's a
one,
good
too.
that's a good pick too, actually.
The coming at number 25, the only comic book
Crow?
movie. No, not that. The only comic book movie on this list is Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
Really?
The Winter Soldier, the espionage one.
I guess
mean,
there's
there's
a lot.
of action in that one.
There
They
is
have-
a
they
lot
have-
of action, but
They have the one cool knife grab shots.
Oh, dude, when I saw that in theater, I was like, "Whoa!"
That
It's
and
like
the
they
o-
stepped off the choreography.
In the opening scene where he fucking flips over and knocks dude out in the head and shit like that. But that's
yeah, they kill Crossbones in that one, right?
no, they
that's-
created
that's-
Crossbones in that
yes.
one.
They create crossbones in it. Yeah.
He dies in the
That was
next
a
one.
sad day.
Yeah, right. Excuse me, my throat hurts. Yeah, I guess of all the Marvel ones, that probably is the one that belongs. But I feel like they were just trying to put a Marvel thing in here to have it in the article. But Blade
Classic IGN pandering to the audience.
should 100% probably be a top 15.
I could see. Yeah, I could have seen Blade being in there before that.
No.
Yeah, Blade's a banger. I'm so curious to know how they're going to go with that in the future. But
Yeah.
I'm also once again
We're gonna be waiting a couple of years, baby.
Yeah,
Writer's strike going strong.
I know I'm upset too because the boys just announced today that they're not releasing their next season until the writer's strike is over, and I'm like, I need it now. I've seen a lot of ramped up covers of the boys on my timelines, and it's like I'm getting, getting that itch again.
It puts very conflicting feelings in you because in one hand it's like, I need my content, give me my content,
Yes,
and then the other hand is like, oh, the people making the content should probably
Have
be
a
fairly
living.
paid and stuff. Yeah.
yeah, but Yeah, so egregious list, typical IGN. I thought y'all would find that interesting.
It's not as bad as I thought it would be, but there's definitely some blatant problems.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with a lot of the movies they have. I have a problem with a lot of movies they forgot, if that makes sense. But
What are some ones that they didn't put in that you would have put in?
well, we mentioned some. Blade alone should have probably been in the top
Oh,
20. I thought Saving Private Ryan should have been in the top 20, maybe. If you have Star Wars on there and Raiders of the Lost Ark, you should definitely have that on there. Something else. Oh yeah, Rambo. Rambo should have been on there. The first Rambo movie, was it First Blood? I believe it was called. Have y'all seen that one? That's the only
It's
one.
been a very long time.
That is
Such a
the
long time ago.
only one worth watching. Where I think he's in the Pacific Northwest somewhere, and the sheriff's trying to kick him out of town, and he like starts fighting them and stuff because they're coming after him and shit. And it's very homegrown type movie.
The last one I remember seeing was that new one where he's in Vietnam, not Vietnam, or Korea, or one of those two, and he's just like
The 50
pulls
cal?
out the 50 cal and just starts pineapple blasting these people, and I'm like,
Oh my
Jesus,
God.
all right.
Is that the one that the meme comes from?
Yes, where he's
Yeah.
like,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, dude, he's on the back of a Jeep that has a mounted 50 cal in the back, and he gets on it, and like the driver stands up, and he just like starts blowing into his face 5 inches away from him, and it just
Ridiculous.
splatter everywhere. See,
Yep.
stuff like that needs to be on your damn action list. I mean, that's why we watch these movies. Come on.
You know what just randomly popped into my head, and it's funny because it's not objectively a good movie at all, and it has The Rock in it.
Oh Jesus Christ! The Rundown.
The Rundown.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was a good.
I
That
used
was
to-
before he was. his
Yeah.
ego
The
was too
Rundown and Walking Tall. I love those
Yeah.
two early Rock movies when they had The Rock in the title and stuff like
Yep.
that. Still, before he dropped it.
I used to
he had
watch. Oh, that's right. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I used to watch The Rundown constantly when I was younger.
That one, Walking Tall, and me as a football fan. Oh shit! What that movie? The Gridiron or something like that.
Gridiron Gang.
Gridiron Gang. Yes,
Yeah.
That's a very underrated football movie in my eyes. But early Rock with hair was superior Rock in action because you didn't take him serious. You know, he's just.
Yeah.
But now he's supposed to be all serious and stuff. We've had our Rock conference, but we'll move on.
Also, this is the last one that I'll mention that just randomly popped in my head because Kevin mentioned Eraser, and I've never seen that, and I don't know.
I
how
love
this
Eraser.
I don't know how this connected in my brain because it has nothing to do with it. But have you ever seen Deja Vu?
Deja.
With,
Yeah, with not Sam, Denzel Washington.
Yes, Denzel Washington.
Yeah,
Very underrated. I feel like that was such a good movie.
that's a banger right there. I agree.
This is a nail biter.
It is.
Anyways,
Oh, dude, I
we
had
should
this-
probably move on from movies.
yesterday I had one of the scariest. Well, I don't know if scariest is the right word, but I was kind of freaking out over the deja vu I was having yesterday. There was multiple details happening. I was driving and I started like, oh my God, like what the hell?
Is
Like,
this it? Is
I
this it?
remember all this shit so vividly. There was something about a conversation where I had a guy in the back seat and we were talking about roasted garlic and like how like people need to roast garlic more, or like garlic bread and shit and all these things. Like, dude, we'd be having random conversations. These people start, and then like texting Jade something right after and everything. It was just the wildest deja vu before. I don't know if y'all have ever had something that serious.
Oh
where
yeah, I've had it before where I question my entire existence. What is real?
I've had things in dreams happen, but not like
in
seriously
dreams.
remember. Like
I have
well,
two
like-
actually.
I've had conversations or like areas, and I don't know if like POV. Like I remember seeing this blocking in my mind and having a certain conversation with this would led to that, and like I've had that play out a couple times.
Yeah.
But not like
Wait, so
I feel
you
like I've been here before.
so you woke up from a dream and you, or I'm sorry, I missed that. Like
He
So I had-
he has something happen in a dream, like a conversation or interaction with a person.
and then
I
it
would have
happens?
reoccurring dreams like 4 years ago,
Okay.
and they were very vivid. And then a couple of months, years, whatever go by, and I go, "Huh, this this is exactly like the dream I had.
Oh,
That kind of
Yeah.
thing.
it's almost like a premonition.
Yeah.
You might have a secret power there you don't
Listen,
know about.
I'm not a witch, okay? I don't know what that
Burn him!
One day you will argue with Taylor about
His shitty movie taste.
yeah.
Yeah. I used to think. I think a lot of people think it too. Like, oh, this is a do-over. Like, I died at this moment or some shit back then, and it's just now making me remember.
Yeah, have you ever had deja vu moments where you're sitting there like, man, I feel like this happened before, and then you realize that the thought that you just had, you acknowledging it, increases the deja vu. Like,
Yes.
wait, I had that same reaction too.
That's what
Oh
happened.
my god,
Yes,
I'm still
yes.
reacting the same way as I. Yes.
spiraling.
100% is what happened yesterday. 100%. There's also the theory that it's a parallel universe action going on there and stuff, which I didn't look into the article. I kind of skipped over because it sounded fugazi, but the scientists out there like feel like they can contact the parallel universe like soon, and I don't understand what the hell is that. I didn't know if y'all saw that article floating around somewhere.
I didn't, but I have heard several times before that there's actual like real life research in that whole area of theory, which is kind of wild.
There's
I
also
just wish that like these reporters would at least put scientists have hypothesized.
yeah, right.
And are pursuing. So it actually sounds like a scientific journal, but rather than like, hey man, some dude in a room said we're gonna die in 5 years. I'm like, stop! Like this is not scientific.
The thing that got me back in the day is I would always see articles about like, oh, any day now we're gonna have a faster than light engine that we can put into ships. I'm like,
Oh, didn't
what?
they?
We're gonna become a starfarer.
You're not gonna have an FTL drive happening in our lifetime.
There was an engine that was created the other day, or it was a few months ago.
Cite your sources.
I know I shared the article. I know it.
Did you?
I was like, freaking
I'm about
out.
to look it up.
Yeah, you looked that up over there, but I could have swore. And actually, Andrew, while you were talking about articles, you sent me the other day about the people,
Oh yeah,
going into that capsule for
there's
Mars
some
training or some shit for a year.
Yeah, they're volunteers. There's volunteers. I'm actually, because you brought it up, I'm going to try and pull it up. There's volunteers that are going into a simulated Mars environment for over a year.
Like I've seen that movie before.
Did
It's
we
called
learn
Biodome.
nothing from the submarine?
Did we not learn anything from Biodome? Great
We
movie.
really got to the bottom of that one.
Andrew, too soon. Jesus Christ.
I know. I'm sorry.
Gonna beat that one to death? It's dumb.
Why did I feel like that was another euphemism of some kind? I guess I didn't save it. I thought I did.
You
But-
son of a bitch. I just found it ironic that they're still doing that, even though y'all were talking about how there's only like 4 years of life on Mars, or it's uninhabitable.
Yeah, they were saying how I guess that it still is okay to go like for research purposes or whatever, but for like a civilian colony, like if we were to start moving people there, like it's not ideal because life expectancy wouldn't surpass like 4 years with current technology or something like that. I don't know.
We'll see what happens. Hopefully they don't freak out in there and start killing each other or something.
Yeah.
Before we get out of here, I didn't mention this to you guys in like pre-chat and everything before we got on, but have y'all seen the talks of Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg going to fight in a UFC style event?
Yes. Oh
Yeah, his
my.
mom said that he's not allowed to go.
That would be the most hilarious fight. Oh my god.
Like,
What would their catchphrases be? They would have to have like catchphrases or what if they walked out to music or something like that?
I
feel
I want Elon Musk to walk out like Squidward, going like "Future."
Yes. His Mark would just be walking out like, I'm ready to smoke some meat.
apparently
Smoke the meat.
apparently the dude's like a taekwondo, like fucking high rank some shit or something. He like fights in whatever I don't know that world at all. I don't.
Is he
watch
really?
UFC. Yeah, he trains and stuff like crazy. Part of me like hear stuff like that, and all I think about is you got these billionaires doing whatever the fuck they want, and they really don't care anymore because they know that the world is ending at some point in the very near future. You get what I'm saying? Like they're just fulfilling like all
Yeah,
their
like
bucket
they got
list
some
things.
kind of inside information, and they're like, "Well, I got to use all this money up."
There's just like I want to do. Me being a billionaire, I could do this. Whatever. Let's fucking do this. I don't care. And it's like it's kind of nerve wracking to me because you also got Elon Musk trying to get to Mars before 2028, and it's like why so specifically close? Like what's happening here?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Who do y'all have in that fight if it happens? Because they've talked to Dana White. Dana White has talked about. He's like, if they're down, I'm 100% putting this on.
Dude, can you imagine those three on television at the same time?
Dana White with Mark
Oh my
Zuckerberg.
God.
Yeah, Elon
Well,
Musk.
if it was actually happening, Zuckerberg hands down. He's dead in the eyes.
I think I would go Zuck too, just because he actually has the training. I know Elon has done some stuff in the past and everything, but he's also gotten chunky in his days since he's joined Twitter and shit. Big time. I've seen the photos. So yeah, I saw that. I was like, I got to bring this up. This is ridiculous. They're out here doing whatever the fuck they want now. I know they would do it for charity, and it's going to bring in a lot of money, and good for them and stuff. But I'm getting kind of tired of all these like gimmicky matches for people to watch and stuff. I got sucked into the Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor fight when that happened like 6-7 years ago. I didn't pay money for it. It was entertaining. Like all the leading up was entertaining and stuff. But you could tell they were so in on it just to make millions of dollars, and it was just kind of lost its luster. And then I don't ever follow like the Paul brothers and their fights and shit like that, and because they fight other like celebrities too. Like it doesn't feel legit to me and everything.
The only thing that's caught my attention recently is the YouTube brawler battle or whatever, where like all the YouTubers that like they don't fight, like they're just people. They're like, let's get them all in a ring, and
that's what I'm saying. That's how the Paul brothers started.
That just like regular people beat the crap out of each other.
Mm-hmm.
No, the last thing I watched was Ronda Rousey get her like.
I remember that
got signed her. You're done.
Yeah, I remember that. She had her face blacked out, like it was gone, and you never heard her name again.
That didn't. Yeah, I'm about to say that fight didn't last long. The whole setup was like
you remember
3 hours of like.
You remember when all the Marvel fans, not all of them, you know what I mean? There was a large sect of people that were campaigning for Ronda Rousey to be Carol Danvers in the Captain Marvel movie.
Oh my God, yes. Oh
yeah.
Jesus, that would have been bad.
Can you imagine how different?
That would have been really bad. Because
I mean, she shows up and says 5 lines a movie, so no, I mean it'd be the same.
Now it's kind of true.
I saw Ronda Rousey was in one of those Expendable movies, talking about action movies again.
Really?
She was like in the third one or something. It was just.
Did you see they're making another one?
Oh, of course. I'm gonna watch them. They're just so bad. I love them. I don't love them. They're just fun to watch because shit explodes.
Yeah, good time.
The second or third one had name blank Blade. What's his name?
Wesley Snipes.
The
tax evasion joke.
Yes, they break him out of the damn Russian or whatever train jail he was in. And they're like, "What'd you get arrested for?" Tax evasion. Like, fuck off, guys.
And he like looks at the screen. Doesn't he like look at the screen too?
Someone does. I can't remember, but yeah.
I feel like he goes like tax evasion, and like looks at the screen. Fourth wall break.
Yeah, when they did that, I was like, okay, I don't know if I can take another one of these damn movies.
Please stop.
Here they are again. But
to go back to the other thing, I couldn't find anything about an actual working engine, but they were saying that faster than light drives are their thinking is not actually physically impossible because of the amount of negative energy that it takes to power one. You couldn't build a power source big enough to power it that would fit inside a ship, but they're still researching a very fast engine type for spaceships based on Star Trek's warp drive, which is technically sublight speed.
I could have swore there was a big news report that happened recently.
Hi, Emily.
Here I am doing research too while we're still live and everything. Whatever.
Yeah. But and then I found the Instagram thing that I sent you, and yeah, there's 4 people that are going into this chamber, and it's a simulation for a Mars environment, and they're going to be facing a range of challenges to anticipate a real life human mission to Mars.
Are they going to plant potatoes with their poop?
One can only hope. I don't.
I've seen The Martian. That's what he did.
Have we seen the controller?
Oh my god, I saw a meme today. It was like, "Oh, I'm gonna power a sub with this," and it's the electronic bongos.
I saw someone.
I was gonna say the best one I saw was it's a TikTok slide. It was a helicopter, and then the next slide was a tornado, and then the next slide was a Wii controller, and I was just like, good one. I like that. I like that idea.
I saw one that was similar to the one you were talking about, Andrew, but it was a Guitar Hero controller.
Guitar Hero guitar.
Yeah. So, all right.
A Wii Fit pad that you do exercises on.
Yes. Stand up.
Can you imagine someone powering a sub with a fold out DDR mat?
We gotta go left. Ben would have been an expert at it. They've been safe down there, but I think it's time to retire the submarine jokes. It's time, everyone. We had our laughs. We had our laughs at billionaire expenses. It's what we do, but it is what it is.
I mean, until it's next convenient. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, we'll give another 7 days.
Something will happen. Final words before we get out of here, gentlemen. Final words of wisdom, words of encouragement. I'll give the floor to you, Andrew.
I need the brains for a decision that I have to make. Send vibes. That's it. I didn't think of where I was going with that. It just Ben knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, bruh.
Just send Andrew.
I already did. Oh, sorry.
I was telling the people to, tell you to do it. Yeah.
So that's yours, Ben?
Yeah.
Send people.
I don't even know what you
said. Send people to tell Andrew to do it. I think that's what I got from that.
I don't even know what's happening. So do it, everyone. Don't send him money though.
Hey,
you don't need it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Do it.
Just do it.
Do it live. All right, everyone. Y'all hear the music. We're gonna get out of here. Till next week. Say bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
What music?
Oh, shut the fuck up.